Welcome here to National Bowl Weekend, here for our final game of the weekend. We're in our 5th game, and this is our Spring versus Fall National Championship, the Orlando Phantoms against the Kentucky Spartans. Let's tell you a little bit about the history of these two teams. The Orlando Phantoms, this makes their 9th consecutive appearance in the National Bowl Weekend. And that's right over half of the number of total games that have took place with National Bowl Weekends, where this is the 16th year the National Football Events has hosted and sponsored the National Bowl Weekend. The Kentucky Spartans come in here as the 2019 United Football League champions, and with a record of 10-1 for the season, and literally have traveled well from Kentucky. We've counted numbers between 42 and 44 players. You know, Orlando Phantoms can't ask for a better opportunity as Steve. This is their home field.
Yeah,
they're
right.
playing at home on their field, and they have about 65 dress players. So, you know, last year was their first loss in the National Bowl Weekend, so they're looking to redeem themselves, the Phantoms, and I truly think it'll be a tough competition as the Kentucky Spartans looked very well warming up and stretching. So,
yeah, definitely no excuses to be made on the Orlando Phantom side. They really do have everything going for them in this game. Like you said, home field advantage. They've got great size. So, yeah, the Orlando Phantoms definitely having a little bit of an edge here with all the home field advantage and the local crowd, the full squad, not having to travel. That's a lot.
100%, and they're getting hyped already. They got a good crowd here, and got a little bit of cloud cover again. Might be a sprinkler or two during this game. Last game worked out pretty well. I had a brief little bit of rain fall right at halftime, which actually worked out to work at halftime, and then it cleared off, and we had a dry second half. Right now, at the start of this game, we're dry right now, and we see some shower bands that are moving through the area. Nothing to look too severe. So Lake Brantley here in North Orlando at Altamont Springs, great facility. The field is literally brand new. It's about 8 months old. They resurfaced the turf, and we can't be prouder of the facility. Thank you very much to the staff of Lake Brantley for all they've done for us this weekend. And we're going to do our best to conclude a great weekend of this live stream. We want to give a shout out to National Football Events for the sponsorship of National Bowl Weekend, along with some of our other sponsors, American Football Events, Team USA, AFE Team USA. You want to know more information about how you can become an all-star and travel internationally and nationally with Team USA, go to afeteamusa.com. And also we'll want to give a shout out to RWB Sports, USFA Football, and Steve Weed Media Production as what he's been able to bring here this weekend to give you that live stream. And we want to thank everyone out there who watched and has been a part of the bowl games before us. And now as we come here for this game, we'll all stand now at this moment for the national anthem. So please remove your hats as we stand and for the national anthem. It's time for football. We just had that great national anthem, and these teams are ready to play. We're looking for an exciting game. We've had some big games the last couple days here, Steve. Yesterday, and while we get ready, I'll give you a few updates on yesterday's events. Our first game yesterday at noon was our Orange Blossom Bowl, the USFA National AA Championship, the East Penn Raiders against the Middle Tennessee Bulldogs. And it was a hard, fast-paced game, and the Bulldogs just continued to run away with it for a final 41-0 to end that game. And congratulations to the Middle Tennessee Bulldogs for their win. The following game at 3:30 was the Palm Bowl, the National Football Events AAA National Championship between the Texas Colts and the Marlboro Shamrocks. And both organizations came with good squads, a lot of numbers on the field. But in the end, it came away with the Marlboro Shamrocks with a great game, a 32-20 win over the Texas Colts. Then last night, the featured game, the USFA National Championship, the North American Bowl, which was between the Virginia Crusaders and the Detroit Ravens. And we want to congratulate the Detroit Ravens in a 26-0 victory in that game last night. And then we just concluded our Tangerine Bowl here for the NFE AA National Championship, the Connecticut Brawlers and the West Coast Soldiers. And we want to congratulate the West Coast Soldiers. Both teams coming in here with 3 different times of representing their organizations at National Bowl weekend, and the West Coast Soldiers coming away with a 21-0 victory. So here we are in our final event, in our final game, as we get ready for the coin toss. We're expecting a high-powered and a really good game between these two programs. So the Orlando Phantoms and the Kentucky Spartans. The Orlando Phantoms will elect to receive, and we'll get back to you in just a minute with the kickoff. All right, here we go. Getting ready for the kickoff. And the Kentucky Spartans will kick off, and we'll do our best once again. Looks like, Steve, we may have our best game for actually seeing numbers.
Yeah, the jerseys are pretty easy to see on this one, and same with the last game. Those gold foily, chromy looking numbers just are really difficult to see.
When you're up close and personal, they're very flashy. They look good. They're easy to see, but, you know, from a commentating standpoint, you like the easy transition numbers, and that's what we have here today. So here's the kickoff. And it'll be a kick to about the 15-yard line where the Phantoms will come out. He's got some blockers. He's made a little bit of room. He's cut back across the field. He's got a good run. He has actually missed several. Oh, he is tackled after about a 55-yard run. He's brought down by a shoestring tackle, number 24. And that'll be Eric Washington to bring him down. Let me correct that. That is Israel Washington that will bring him down. And they'll spot the ball at the 35-yard line where the Orlando Phantoms will start their offense.
Yeah, that was a great return. I counted at least 3 or 4 broken tackles on that one. So great effort there.
He definitely a couple times literally high-stepped right out of the tackle. So great job on that run.
Yeah, so that's going to give the Orlando Phantoms great field position, starting their first drive at the Spartans' 35-yard line.
The Phantoms will start in an I backfield with a tight end, and they'll open with a straight power play off the left side, and a short gain of a couple. Once again, Steve,
right off the
first
bat.
play of the game, and once again, mental breakdown, as we've seen all weekend. And, you know, Steve, after 30 years of coaching, you got to understand that there's a reflection with that when it comes back to the coaching. I hate to be public about it, but I just want to be real about it. You know, you've got to understand that you got to have control, not just from a player standpoint, but a coach. It all starts with the coach up front. So, you know, you got to keep the discipline involved. You know, I've done it many times, Coach. Steve, as a coach,
well,
you bench them, you sit them down, you give them a breather, you explain to them, hey, this is where you got to be. You got to understand that we've got to have the character both on and off the field. So there, a 3-yard play has now turned into an 18-yard play, putting the Phantoms 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Well, and I mean, that's the first play of the game. I'm not sure how heated it could be yet between these two teams, but just an unfortunate penalty this early in the game.
Back in the I backfield with a tight end, tight to the right. They'll run that power play to the right side, and the Kentucky Spartans were all over that in the backfield.
Yeah, they were. They had no chance right from the beginning. They had immediate pressure through the offensive line, and they were able to snuff that one out quick.
Yeah, that'll actually result in about a 3-yard loss. It'll bring up 2nd down and 13 from the 20. And I can't give you a host of numbers because that was a bunch of them. And once again, a lot of talking, a lot of stuff going on. Second play of the game, and you got to control it. Got to keep the tempo and understand, you know, we got to get through this both mentally and physically. So here we go. Once again, the Phantoms lineup. Right tight. I'm looking for play action. He drops straight back. He's going to roll. He got a tight end. Doesn't have a chance to throw it. Short arms it at the feet of his receiver, number 4. That should bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, and there we go with the correction on the sticks over there. But yeah, a nice effort from the Kentucky Spartans defense, applying pressure to the quarterback, making him throw that errant ball.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's going to be 3rd and long from the 20-yard line.
He looked for Demetric Love, the tight end, off the right side, but the pressure caused him to throw it short. So now we'll bring up a 3rd and long. They'll spread the field and go shotgun with doubles on both sides. He's moving the back to his right to help with some of the pressure. He drops back. He has a swing route. They get to him, but what great containment by the defense as the quarterback felt the pressure. That tackle will be brought down by number 9, Michael Sewell, 6'2", 330 pounds.
Yeah, so an interesting call here early, you know, 4th and 10, deep in the opponent's territory. Do you kick the ball? Do you go for it? Looks like they might line up and go for it.
It looks like they're actually going to keep the offense out there on the field. And so at 4th and 10 from the 17-yard line, the Phantoms will stay in a spread look, shotgun, doubles to both sides, single back to the right. Here we go. He's looking for a receiver. He's going to try a pass to the corner.
Oh.
Great defensive coverage on the corner, number 4. And number 4 was the one that actually made a great play. The first play of the game, he got called for an unsportsmanlike 15 yards. He recovers himself right there in the end zone to deflect that ball away and turn the ball over on down. So now the Kentucky Spartans will come out for their first series on offense against the defense of the Orlando Phantoms.
up here a little bit, Coach.
Yeah, just a little, huh? Here we go. The Spartans will go in a double set, shotgun, single back. He'll run zone read to the left. Hey, that running back actually makes some great moves. A couple stiff arms. Move the ball, and looks like it'll move the chains. It looks like he'll get a complete 10 yards out of that. So I'm pretty sure he got right at 10 yards. They're going to check now. I think they're going to mark him in 9 yards. So it'll be 2nd down and 1 from the 16-yard line. Spartans come back to the line of scrimmage, once again in a doubles formation shotgun. 2nd down and 1. You kind of expect another little zone read play, as well as that one took off. And that's exactly what it is. And he'll get enough push, Steve, to move the chains. So
yeah, that was a nice effort from the Kentucky Spartans and the offensive line deep in the trenches there, getting a little bit of push and making enough room there for them to get the first down. He didn't need a lot, and he didn't get a lot, but he got enough.
And we know several of you back home are probably flipping those channels back and forth as the NFL game starts between the Tennessee Titans and the Kansas City Chiefs. We're in the first quarter, and the Tennessee Titans are leading 10-0 over the Kansas City Chiefs.
That is surprising to me, but you know, if you're a Chiefs fan, you can't fear yet. I mean, Patrick Mahomes, after last week's performance, lots and lots of football left.
Number 11 again, big run. Hey, they're liking that zone read left, and it's working for them. They're working that Orlando Phantoms. The Phantoms say, okay, look, we're going to bring in a line change. So here comes 4 new defensive players on, 4 new defensive players off, and we'll see if the adjustment for the Phantoms pays off. But I'll tell you what, number 11, Tevin Washington, has literally lit it up in these first couple offensive plays. 3 offensive plays off to the left side, and they've all given positive gains.
Yeah, if I'm the Spartans, I'm running that play a few more times until the Phantoms do something to make a stop on that, because you're just seeing too much success with it. And that was whistled dead early, but that was going to be another zone option up the middle.
False start on the offense. We'll back them up 5. We've seen a few of these in the last few games, Steve. No surprise to that, and we talked about it. You know, the mental ability to control this game. We've had a few incidents where, you know, these teams haven't played in a while, so the little rusty on certain things.
Oh, and they aren't even lined up on defense. Did you see that? And somehow
no defense present at the line of scrimmage, but yet number 43 for the Phantoms comes up and literally stops them for a 1-yard loss.
Yeah, you're looking at this replay right now, and there's literally 12 yards between the defense and the offense, and somehow they just bull rush the offensive line and make that stop.
That stop was by number 43 for the Phantoms, Thompson.
Boy, if that was me, I would have wanted to do a quick audible and send something deep.
So here we are. It should be 2nd down and 15. They'll stay in doubles, shotgun. He'll do the he runs the inside zone read, and he'll pick up. They'll mark him down with only about a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, small gain, but still making progress there. I mean, if you can get 4 yards on every run, you're getting a first down every 3 plays. So they're still seeing a little bit of success with that inside zone read.
That will be carried by number 25, Washington, for a pickup of a short gain.
And now
I gotta be. I'm not 100%. I thought this was 3rd down. They still haven't marked the 2nd. You know, we'll get it all worked out. The officials will make sure that we know which down and distance is.
Yep.
There he goes. He changes it now. So it's 3rd down. He's looking for a receiver. He's going to throw it to the outside. The receiver drops the ball, number 5. And there we go. Mental mistakes. No reason or need for anything like that.
You know,
None.
that was just an honest. He thought he had got the ball, and he gave him a smack. You know, I mean, that's football. That's part of the game. You got to play smarter than that.
Breland Dixon for the Kentucky Spartans with the personal foul will back him up 15 yards. And it'll bring up 4th down and long for the Spartans.
15-yard penalty against the Spartans. 3rd and home bunch.
Yeah, we've seen a little bit of that already really earlier than normal. You know, normally you see those things towards the end of the second quarter, beginning of the second half. Usually not in the first quarter, as there hasn't been a lot of football played yet.
Definitely a lack of discipline. Definitely a lack of discipline. And those are the things that, as a coach and as a team owner, in semi-pro minor league football, that you got to find ways to control and keep a handle on.
Yeah, there's a lot of emotion on the field, and everybody's hyped up and pumped up to play. But like you said, you got to keep that in check, and you got to know when to let it out and when to reserve it.
Well, it truly hurts you a lot of times, and we've seen it over the previous 4 games, how it can change the tempo of the game very quickly.
Yep.
Very quickly.
Boy, and a lot of substitutions and late players coming out on the field here for both sides.
Well, they left the offense on the line. They left the offense out there.
And there's the penalty.
They left the offense on the field, and it was a late substitution to get the punt team out. And now when they actually get ready to snap the ball, they have 12 on the field.
Geez, so they've gone just backwards and backwards and backwards. Now it's going to be 4th and a mile. And hopefully they can get a good punt off, because they're going to need it.
There's the punt, a little bit short, middle of the field. Takes a bounce. He drops the ball.
And recovers it. And drops it again, but he was already down.
Return, that's no gain.
You might not see number 2 back deep for the punt return much more for the Phantoms, especially when you got 65 players standing on the sidelines. There may be some changes to that, but the Phantoms will take over 1st and 10 from their own 40.
Yeah, the Phantoms looking to put together a little bit better of a drive than they did on their first one. Still with great field position after that punt. They're going to start at their own 40.
Steve, when you get a chance, if you can try and help me identify the name for the quarterback. He was wearing number 1, but number 1 on the roster for the Phantoms listed as a linebacker. He's got a short name on the back of his jersey, so maybe we'll get an opportunity to find out who he actually is. He's coming to the sidelines. You know, as we get older, you know, my eyes aren't as sharp as they can be, so that maybe that telephoto lens there will help us out. So,
yeah, I got him in frame right now. His last name is Krupa, K-R-O-O-P-A.
Okay, so that is listed as number 1 on the roster. Daniel Krupa, listed as linebacker, playing quarterback. So we'll keep an eye on him. He's done a pretty good job of managing everything up front right now. So they're in double shotgun. Krupa with the catch, throws the ball to the outside. Got a receiver who actually catches it and goes backwards. Line judge is going to give him a 1-yard gain. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 8.
Nice job by the Kentucky Spartans there. A host of Spartans defenders were in on that tackle, swarming the ball. So nice defensive effort from the Spartans.
We've seen many different styles of quarterbacks over this weekend, Steve. We've seen some that, you know, throwing 195-mile-an-hour fastballs, and some throwing 22-mile-an-hour fastballs. And so we'll see what Mr. Krupa here, Daniel, can do for the Phantoms as he's back in the shotgun, doubles formation, 3rd down and 8, takes the snap. He's going to roll to the left. He looks for a place to throw, and that'll be incomplete, out of bounds. Looking for receiver number 2, Mike Marshall on the outside, and that's a quick 3 and out for the Spartans, as it'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, they didn't even gain much more than the 2 yards there on that last reception. So they're going to be punting the ball back to the Kentucky Spartans.
And they'll be punting that ball towards number 21, Tyson Hamilton, who's back deep for the Spartans.
Also kicking into the wind. I'm not sure if that'll be much of a factor at this point, but the wind has picked up a little bit. It's a little breezy, and they're kicking directly into it.
See what kind of return. Now, I will say, I watched him warm-ups. The punter here for the Phantoms, he's got a really strong leg. He made some really nice-looking kicks during warm-ups. So we'll see what kind of punt he gets off right here. Good snap, good hold. Decent punt, a little short in front of the ball carrier. They'll all get away because it'll take a Spartan bounce.
Jeez, bouncing around in there.
Wow, they're going to give him an incredible spot.
Now, is that the point where you actually grab the ball, or is that the point where you touch the ball, Coach?
Well, actually, it should have been down where it was touched, not where, you know, you can't play ping pong with it and then expect to be down after the ping pong match. So they're talking about it now. The ball should be placed at the 35.
Ball will be placed at the first touch of the ball by the defense. Spartans ball on about the 35.
We just got an update. We have a rescue squad ambulance here that is obtaining to a player from the Spartans who looks like a potentially broken arm that we did not see. But here's a big deep pass to number 3. He was open but out of bounds, so nice pass. Intended receiver number 3 for the Spartans.
Second down.
I'll give you a look on that in a minute. It is probably Reed, but we'll check on that. It's either Antonio Edens or Reed, and they have listed 2 number 3, so I'll get you a better understanding. There was a good pass by number 4. Motion by number 6, motion into the trips. And with a draw play, back to number 11, and that's Tevin Washington up the middle, and he'll pick up about 5 yards.
Gets 4, second down. Correction, third down.
He's wearing
3rd and 6.
What's the quarterback's name?
And we got a flag on the play here. That's going to be a false start in the offense. That's going to back them up and make it a 3rd and 11 here.
Want to give a quick update. That running back that's been doing a great job for the Spartans is number 2 on the roster. His name is Ramin Lindsay. And the Phantoms will get to the quarterback. They get to Harvey and actually sack him for a deep loss.
Yeah, that was a real nice effort by the Orlando Phantoms defensive line. As soon as the play or the ball got snapped, they pretty much had penetration and was able to. And number 45 actually from the left-hand side came through completely untouched.
You're 100% right, and that's number 45, Henderson, Dante Henderson,
4th and 19.
on that sack, and that definitely will result in a punt. Looks like the Chiefs have put themselves back in this game with the Titans update in the first quarter, 10-7 for the Titans. And as Steve said, you know, definitely don't count out the Chiefs after what we saw last week. Down 24-0 and score 51 unanswered points. So here we go with the punt. A little bit short in the middle. We'll see what kind of roll it gets. It gets an Orlando roll and stop. So
did you see the guy?
43. It'll be placed at the 43-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Phantoms at the 43. Hey, Steve, once again, we're in game number 5, and, we have not seen the ball move a whole lot offensively all weekend.
Yeah, it's been a really defensive tournament and a series of bowl games here. You just really kind of hope that one of these games you'd really get the offense going, but right now it's still a good even matchup, 0-0 between the Phantoms and the Spartans, and we're going to see if the Phantoms can't get something going here.
And it's kind of funny because over the last 9 years, being that they've been a part of this, the Phantoms, man, I've seen years where they just lit it up. I mean, they'd have 30-plus points in the first half. They had a quarterback for years that he literally was lighting it up. And so we'll see if our quarterback, Krupa, number 1, back in the I backfield, can do something. Here we are. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, and he's still up. He should have just went down, though.
Yeah, he lost an additional 5 yards for not going down. But they literally, Steve, a half a second earlier, they might have took the handoff.
Yeah, they almost handed it right to the defensive line of the Spartans. They had broken through the O-line so quick that the play was busted before the quarterback even had a chance to hand it off.
Wow, Steve, that's like 22. That's going to be 2nd down and 22. That's a 12-yard loss.
Yeah, and, when the first contact was made, it was probably about a 5-yard loss, and he lost another 5 to 6 yards after the contact. So not exactly what the Orlando Phantoms had drawn up.
So they'll move out of the I backfield, go to a double spread look out of the shotgun. Half back to the right, shotgun snap. He'll roll right, try to look for a pass. He's got pressure on him again. He'll throw it to the sidelines, and no catch. We'll see what they rule, but I'm going to say no catch. Out of bounds, yes, out of bounds. I don't think he had total control with both feet inbounds. So once again, it'll be 3rd down and 22.
If you have parked anywhere along in front of the school or directly behind where you see the palm bushes are, please go to remove your vehicle. Tow trucks are on their way. The ambulance must move. So if you parked anywhere along the street, that is not a parking location. You have blocked the emergency exit. Please consider removing your vehicle immediately, or otherwise your car will be towed.
Yeah, so a big 3rd and very, very long here for the Orlando Phantoms, looking to try to convert and get a little bit of this field position back.
This is 3rd in another zip code. I believe they're actually down in Kissimmee for the 1st down here. We're being in North Orlando, so we'll see what Krupa can do to get some yardage back and get them into a position. They're just going to run a quick screen pass, flare out to the halfback. He'll pick up only about 5 yards. It'll bring up a 4th and manageable punt as the ball will be placed at about the 34-yard line. Yep, and he'll mark it at the 34-yard line. So it'll be 4th and about 20 at the 34-yard line. Another quick 3 and out, and once again, defense.
Yeah, that's right. It's going to be a very defensive game as it looks right now. But the Spartans, they've actually been moving the ball a little bit more than the Phantoms have. They found some success with that read option in the inside. So they're going to get the ball back and go back to work.
Looks like Kentucky may bring pressure. Now they back out of the pressure. He's got a chance.
Muff the kick, or the reception of that kick.
Yeah, that's going to be a flag. He led with the head on the tackle. He dropped the helmet. Anytime you drop the crown of the helmet, they're going to throw that flag. And we just saw that and witnessed that. And our official, one of our officials, our female official, who's done a superb job as part of this 7 crew that's been out here, saw the crown drop. Definitely the right call. It'll be personal foul against the Phantoms. It'll give the Spartans an additional 15 yards. That should be put us right at about the 50-yard line. Just over the 50-yard line, so it'll be placed at about the 49 and 8-inch mark. Yeah, it gets a little bit funny here going to the fifth game of commentating, Steve. So,
well, you're exactly right. You know, the 49 and 8-inch mark is pretty accurate.
Double shotgun.
We've got a whistle here and a flag. We're going to say false start against the offense. That's going to back them up 5.
I'm going to tell you once again, Steve, I think I know exactly. It's happened multiple times. And it's something, you got a very strong official crew. You know, 3 of those 7 are actually SEC, officials from the college level. So that center, if he picks the ball up off the ground to try and rotate it, they're going to call him.
Yeah, we saw that in a few of the other games as well. Oh boy, who came down with it? They're both fighting for it. They both have a claim to it. And the defense is going to get the pick on that.
I'd have to.
Steven Thomas for the Phantoms intercepts the pass. First down, Orlando.
I'd have to have a replay. I'd be looking to throw my red flag because they both come down with it, and the rule states control of a tie goes to the offensive player. So unless the ball literally got taken out of his hands after being down on the ground, it should have been offensive ball. So, you can see a lot of the Spartans are arguing that call, but, here we don't have the ability to say that we're going to throw a red flag. Instant replay give you a little bit of another view of it, but literally at this time the White Hats.
Yeah, that was, to the credit of the Spartans, that was a hell of a throw by their quarterback. And, in fairness, the receiver did come down with it.
And here's the thing.
So nice effort from the Spartans.
We could have considered that a deep punt. But you know what? Once again, mental mistake. Spartans get upset, get mad. Coaches and players running out on the field, getting into the official's face. And what they call 15-yard unsportsmanlike sidelines. And now you give them another 15 yards. So, great job to the officials to try to keep the control of the game. And that's going to be important. And that right there could be a big, crucial moment in this game right here.
Well, even though he turned the ball over, he did give them the ball deep in their own end of the field. So giving them that 15 yards and giving them that pad is not ideal by any means. We're going to have a timeout from the Orlando Phantoms, and we'll take one with them. Stick around. We'll be right back with more football action from the National Bowl weekend. And we're back here from our commercial break. Thank you for sticking around. And this first down run.
Wow.
That's good for 10.
That looks like number 27 for the Spartans. We'll double check that.
That is correct.
Number 27, Bruno Albert, on a great run, and that's more than enough to move the chains.
Yeah, that was a great run, a powerful run. He found the hole, darted through it, and before he even made contact with a Spartans player, he was already 6 yards past the line of scrimmage. And the clock continues to run towards the end of the first quarter. got another flag here.
Offsides against the defense, 1st and 5.
Yeah, so that's going to make it 1st and 5 for the Orlando Phantoms after that flag. And they let the clock run right out. That's going to be the end of the first quarter.
So,
0-0.
Steve, I did take a chance to look it up and to verify what I said. And as I was telling Mr. Endry sitting here, the rule does state a tie goes to the receiver. So, you know, but he must maintain the control of the tie to the ground. So, depending on when they actually said defense took over the control of the bar, you know, from what we can tell in the press box and what we can tell in the review booth, it looked like it should have stayed Spartans ball. But you know what? As we've always said, and especially as a coach of 20-plus years, going on 30 years, you know, you can't leave the game into the officials' hands.
That's right.
A lot of times it comes by what you do as a team on the field. So, you know, they've got to make plays. Both sides of the ball need to make plays because here we are, the start of the second quarter, and we're still 0-0. And for those of you watching at home and flipping back and forth and trying to follow still with the live stream, Tennessee just now scores again, bringing it with the extra point, and the kick is away. It'll be 17-7 in the second quarter with 6:39 to go. So don't count your Chiefs out, but I'm going to tell you, the cardiac kids that are definitely showing the Tennessee Titans have been underdogs all year, but they have definitely proven themselves.
Boy, you know, that's the kind of team that you just don't want to play in the playoffs. They got hot at the right time. They have nothing to lose, and they've been winning for a few weeks now.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Steve. If you're going to pick a time to win and not making mistakes and capitalizing on the other team's mistakes, the Tennessee Titans have picked the opportunity to be where they're at and playing in the championship, the conference championship game today, and one win away from going to the Super Bowl. So who will it be? You're down to 4 teams and need to know who's going to be. Here we go, crossbuck action in the backfield, and they sniffed that out pretty quick, and that tackle will be made. That tackle is made by number 34 for the Spartans, and we'll give that credit to Rodney Morris. Second down and 5 right at the 45-yard line. Here we go, line back up in the eye for the Orlando Phantoms. Krupa under center, and they'll run another power play off to the right. And once again, the Spartans are there, and it actually may give them a 1-yard gain. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 4, Steve, and we'll see if he'll come out of that maybe with a play action or be able to bootleg out of this to give them the 1st down.
Yeah, not finding a whole lot of running room there on the last couple draw plays that they've tried. So it's going to be a 3rd and medium here, about 3rd and 4, like you mentioned. So we're going to see what the Orlando Phantoms can get dialed up for this 3rd down.
Third down and 4. The Spartans have been really, really tough up front.
Yeah, they have.
A lot of pressure, not much room running the football. The Phantoms come back to the line of scrimmage. They'll stay in a spread look, doubles on both sides, shotgun for Krupa. He's waiting on a snap. He'll take the snap. And you know what? He ran for the 1st down, but I don't think he needed it. I think they're going to have encroachment on the defense. Yes, that's signal right now. Encroachment on the defense. That'll be 5 yards. They'll decline it because the run actually gives them an extra yard. So a gain of 6 by Krupa on the run to the left. And that'll bring up a 1st down and move the chains.
Yeah, nice little scramble there from the quarterback, Krupa. picking up the first down.
With just a little over 12 minutes to go in this first half, we still remain scoreless, 0-0, as the Orlando Phantoms will come back to their next series here. First down and 10 from the 48-yard line. They'll run the inside zone to number 27, but the quarterback will keep it on the inside zone read, and Krupa will pick up about 8 yards off the right-hand side, and that'll bring up a second down and probably 2. And that's it, second down and 2 for the Phantoms. Here we go. Oh! I believe we're going to get a late hit on the quarterback. Roughing the passer, I think, is what we're going to get on the quarterback. That was very close to an interception, but I'd have to see the replay there, Steve, to see the timing or how he actually hit the quarterback. I just know I looked there, and that's what it's going to be, roughing the passer.
Boy, and Krupa's definitely feeling it. He's still hunched over and a little sore on that, but it looks like he's going to stay in there. Tough it out. And actually now Krupa does actually exit the game. And it looks like number 11 is going to come back in and fill in for him.
Yeah, they're definitely give him a breather.
Yeah, the yard marker says third down, but it's first down.
They just went straight Wildcat. Number 11 with the carry, and going in there at the Wildcat will be DeReese. Yusuf DeReese, which is actually listed as quarterback.
DeReese on the carry, he'll get about 6. Second down.
And it looks like they'll stay with DeReese.
Yeah, so it appears that Krupa's a little bit more shaken up than we had initially thought, staying out of the game for a couple plays.
Yeah, you're right. And you know, once again, this is another team that's getting ready to start their season in just a couple weeks. So, you know, maybe making a wise decision to go with one of their other backup quarterbacks.
Right. Oh, we got a timeout.
Defense.
We'll take one with them. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more football action here from Altamont Springs for the National Football Events Bowl Weekend.
We got a flag right now, right before they get to the ball. Illegal substitution, 12 men broke the huddle.
Legal substitution.
We've seen that quite a few times this weekend too, Coach.
Yep, and they still got too many.
So number 2 is going to exit. Number 3 is going to come in. And they're going to give this second down another try here.
Krupa back under center, I backfield. Tackle play to the left, number 27, and he is hit quick and hard. Walk away, guys. No pushing, no shoving. Play nice, play nice.
Yeah, it's a real emotional game down there. You know, very, very passionate teams here.
That was Bruno Albert on the carry. It's going to bring up a manageable third down and 6.
3rd and 7.
Yeah, as clock ticks away, we approach 9 minutes left in the second quarter. Score is still 0-0. Very much a defensive game. Neither team really able to move the ball real well up until this point. The Spartans had a little bit of life early, but the Orlando Phantoms defense stepped up, and this is where we're at now.
Well, they'll go from the I into the shotgun. Give him a little bit of room. He's got pressure. He's going to go down.
Oh, and he's still up. And
the ball comes out.
Boy, that was a close call for the Orlando Phantoms.
Yes, it was.
The Spartans almost came up with that
If
one.
it wasn't that close to the sidelines, they definitely had recovered the ball. So what a big sack for the Spartans. And I really couldn't see what number. You might be able to see who had the pressure on them, Steve, in the instant replay, so that we can give a little bit of credit.
Yeah, so 30 initially got him, and then it was number 18 that actually got the sack, and then it was number 34 that almost recovered it.
Number 30, Kentrell Seabrooks, and then number 34, Rodney Morris. An incredible, great job of what they did.
Yeah,
and I'm not sure what was the flag. Incomplete pass.
Interesting.
It did not look like he had a forward motion. The ball literally looked like it came out when he was going down for the sack.
Yeah, I'd have to tend to agree with that. And it looks like they're going to line up for a field goal attempt, which up in the other previous 4 games, we really haven't seen a whole lot from any of the teams' kicking games.
No, so here we are sitting at a 40-yard field goal. Got players still coming on the field.
And it looks like we're going to get a timeout from the Spartans.
And Phantoms call time.
You had to remind me of that one. Somebody's got to say this is the greatest play in the game.
Sun's starting to poke out here a little bit. It's been a pretty nice day overall. A little overcast, a little bit of rain during the first game here, but definitely can't complain about the weather here in Florida right now.
Not when it's snowing in many other places.
That's right.
Steve, if you get a shout out today for Susie.
No, let me give my wife a shout out, Susie. Love you. I'll see you late this evening. Appreciate you keeping me updated with the text from the live stream. It's always good to have my sound Susie, who's got my back.
I hear that. Here we go. Oh,
and that one was wide left.
Had the distance.
Goes wide left, no good. We're still scoreless.
Once again, great pressure by the defense, which will keep this game close. It's still 0-0, 8 minutes to go in the first half.
Yeah, that was Man, that was that. Like you said, that had the distance for sure, just wide left, and we're going to keep this at dual goose eggs for the time being. And the Spartans are going to take over with relatively decent field position, starting at their own 30.
We will have to say it's been one of the better defensive games we've seen across the board because, well, the scoreboard truly reflects it with a 0-0 score at this point, Steve.
Yeah, absolutely. Some of the other teams have given great efforts, but these teams have actually eliminated points from being scored. So, great defensive game.
They'll hand that ball off to the running back that's truly been the workhorse for the Spartans in the first quarter, and that goes to Lindsay in the backfield, Romeen Lindsay. He'll be tackled for no gain. He'll be back to the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
No gain in the play. 2nd and 10.
Trips to the left. Harvey in the backfield.
And he's bottled up again. And yeah, that's a run for no gain. So it's going to be 3rd and 9.
Where that zone play was working for them in the first quarter because he was truly gaining yards. They have stopped that run now.
Yeah, the Orlando Phantoms definitely made an adjustment to account for that play that they're finding some success with. So the Spartans are going to have to come up with something else now that the Phantoms have found an answer for that inside run.
So 3rd down and 9. They'll come out in doubles. Single back set, shotgun.
Oh, and the ball's bad at the line of scrimmage. So that's going to be an incomplete pass.
And that'll bring up 4th down. So once again, we got 3 and out.
A quick 3 and out from the Spartans there. Not much time came off the clock, and being at the 30 of their own end, that might give the Phantoms relatively decent field position depending on how this punt goes. Still got some personnel confusion here. Late Phantom coming out, and also a late Spartan.
Blocking, boy, if that wasn't as obvious to me. 45 blocking the back, but didn't get it seen. And a lot of times that's what happens. You know, you can't see everything. A decent return. Actually, it'll bring it back across the 50. And they'll mark that ball at the 40, about the 44-yard line, 43-yard line.
43-yard line. So yeah, that was a net 13-yard punt from the Spartans. So not exactly how they were planning on that to go. So the Phantoms are going to start with great field position.
National Football Weekend, get 10% off your bill. So head over to the Wingstop after the game. Mention you were here for the game tonight. Get 10% off your meal.
Not sure what the holdup is here. The officials are discussing something. It looks like they're going to swap the swap the football out.
Yeah, I think what it is, one game ball belongs to the Spartans and one game ball belongs to the Phantoms, and they want to make sure they get the right ball in on the field and which one goes and which one don't go. And Steve, right now there's 3 footballs on the field in their hands.
Pick one, gentlemen. Big skin's big skin. Let's go.
We say that, but the kicker won't say that.
Well, good thing they're not going for a field goal right now.
Well,
they've got some work to do first.
Once again, we've switched quarterbacks. The Orlando Phantoms have chosen to go with number 11. Oh! Oh, my. Apple pie. What a knockout. That was a big
great
hit. Woo!
Let's check that out on the replay. Yeah, he busted through the line, virtually untouched.
Number 11 quarterback D. Reese was going to run the Wildcat and keep the ball. And we've already seen it a couple times. Number 9, Michael Sewell with the big stop in the backfield.
Yeah, and I take that back. He actually was being blocked as he made that tackle, so he literally just bull rushed the O-lineman and was still able to come up with the big hit. Nice effort from number 9.
He literally, in this first half, has made some huge hits.
And he's a big dude. Oh! That was kind of a late helmet-to-helmet hit as he had come to the ground.
Yeah, that's a close call.
That was a close call.
He slid, and I think they both slid. There's the only reason why there's not a flag being thrown.
Yeah, I think it's a good no call. You definitely want to try to protect the players, but at the same time, you got to let them play. Sometimes those inadvertent helmet-to-helmet hits happen, and no harm, no foul from the Spartans. And still a nice gain from the Phantoms there, picking up 7.
So they'll bring back out Krupa for the offense on the 3rd and about 4. The ball's sitting at the 37-yard line. And once again, we'll see if the Spartans, if they bend or if they break.
Oh. Botched snap there. He's able to pick it up and still gets a nice run out of this. And a hell of a stiff arm at the end.
Yeah. Great run by Krupa to turn nothing into something because literally, as you said, Steve, ball was snapped on the ground. He picked it up. I do not believe it was an intended quarterback draw.
No, but the way that he was able to pick it up and run with it, it worked out for him. He's going to move the sticks, and they're going to get a fresh set of downs here just outside the red zone.
Krupa will remain in the game at quarterback, wearing the number 1 jersey.
Yeah, it was a nice physical run from Krupa there, especially after coming back in from the hit he had took earlier in the game.
Offensive line comes out. They're doubles formation. Halfback set to the left. Krupa in the shotgun, takes the snap. They'll run the zone read, and literally it stopped at the line of scrimmage. Probably by the shortest defensive person out there, number 18. Just a quickness off the edge to make that play. And that will go to Alex Lee on the tackle.
2nd and 9.
For a short 1-yard gain.
Yeah, so we're looking at a 2nd and 9 right now for the Orlando Phantoms from the 20-yard line of the Spartans. Shotgun snap.
Krupa back. He's feeling a little pressure. He looks for a guy. Oh! Off the hands of number 22 for the interception. The ball will fall incomplete, and that is number 22 is Matt Douglas. Literally had an opportunity for a pick and right through his hands. So Krupa gets away with one. We got a few substitutions coming in. Number 9, our beast for the Spartans, is taking a breather. Sewell's going to the sidelines.
Yeah, missed opportunity there from the Spartans. I mean, you picked that one off with 3 minutes left on the clock, you might be able to go up before half, but right now it's the Orlando Phantoms that are knocking at the door looking to put some points up.
Yeah, here's a big opportunity right now. 3rd and 9 for Krupa. Doubles formation. He's looking for a way to move. We got holding for sure, and he'll throw that away. And that'll back him up 10, Steve.
Yeah, that's gonna.
Right defensive tackle number 9. He knows that it was on me. He's tapping his chest. He knows, hey, I was beat, and I'm not going to let my quarterback get hurt. So what am I going to do? I'm going to have to hold him.
You know, the lesser of two evils, Coach. Sometimes you gotta make a choice, and like you said, you know, you definitely don't want your quarterback to get crushed because of a missed assignment. So they're going to back it up 10.
I'm not sure. I don't.
Oh, maybe they denied it to make it 4th? Is that? Oh, no. They're backing it up. Yeah, so that's going to make it 4th or 3rd and real long.
Ladies and gentlemen, update with your Vikings and your Chiefs. Didn't take long for the Chiefs to put themselves right back in the game with another touchdown pass from Patrick Mahomes. Brings them to 21 to 17. Actually, that's Patrick Mahomes keeping the ball running down the left sideline into the end zone for a 21-17 lead now against the Titans.
Yeah.
Krupa back for the pass. He wants an opportunity. Hey, they snuffed that right out. They ran a screen play to the right, to the back, to number 33. And that was, once again, number 18. He's already made a couple plays. Alex Lee for the Spartans with the play. And, Steve, it is now 4th down. And once again, it's 4th down, and the distance to go would probably be back to Daytona Beach.
Yeah, they've definitely going to have to punt this one away. No chance at picking up that 4th down. And, you know, it's unfortunate because they had started a few plays ago at the 20, looking like they might be in the red zone to put some points up. And the Spartans coming up with a big stop on defense.
They definitely might. They didn't bend, and they didn't break.
That's right. And that's going to bring us down to the 2-minute warning.
With a score still 0-0 at the 2-minute warning here today in our final game of National Bowl weekend. 16 years that National Football Events with Jim Nugent has been able to put on a great event. And we're here for the Spring-Fall National Championship. Orlando Phantoms, Kentucky Spartans, and they're truly putting on a final game that we really are enjoying to watch such a tight matchup.
Yeah, even though the score is 0-0, this has definitely been the closest of any of the 5 games that we've had the the ability to watch over the last couple days. So this one might come down to the wire.
Holy cow! The snap is over the kicker's head.
Oh boy, and that might be the break that the Spartans needed to put something up. And yeah, that's just an unfortunate mishap for the Phantoms.
Steve, you can about call that a 35-yard return from the line of scrimmage, because it's a 35-yard snap over the punter's head. He had no chance to do anything with it.
Yeah, and they're going to put that at the 25-yard line. So the Spartans with absolutely fantastic field position to start this next drive.
And with 2 minutes before the half, definitely puts themselves in a good field position to try and put some points on the board. So we go in a spread look again, doubles. He's back. Harvey's back. He's got a corner route. Oh, great defense for the Phantoms as he breaks out the touchdown.
Yeah, that really was great coverage, Coach.
And that was stopped by Jay Stanley, number 31, to break up that pass intended for Dixon in the corner.
Yeah, and that was a nice effort from the receiver to try to go up and get that, but the DB of the Phantoms was in a perfect position to swat that thing down, and it's going to be 2nd and 10. And the Spartans also are going to get the ball to start the second half, so if they do put some points up here, that could mean trouble for the Phantoms going into the second half.
Quarterback felt the pressure. Quarterback felt the pressure and just went down. That'll keep the clock running. It'll bring up. This should be bringing up 3rd down. Harvey goes down, feeling the pressure. Didn't want to try to force anything. Moving them once again out of potential for even 3 points. So right now the ball spotted at the 34-yard line. They'll line up in trips to the right, single man to the left. Shotgun formation. We're down inside a minute.
Going to the end zone. Another batted down ball.
Yep, another great job on the defense, breaking that pass up.
Well, and he was pretty well covered. There was 3 or 4 Phantoms defenders there by the time that he swatted the ball down. So,
yeah. And if they're not careful, here it is 4th down. You definitely don't want to give, the Phantoms any opportunity with much time left. And
that's right.
It looks like that they're going to keep the offensive unit on the field. I mean, we're literally 4th and 18 at the 34-yard line, and they're going to keep the offensive unit on the field. So I don't know if they're just playing the field position to try and get something a little bit deeper on a pass or a run. But with 46 seconds, I wouldn't leave a whole lot for the Phantoms to work with. So we got trips to the right, shotgun, back set to the left, pressure coming. Oh, my. Oh!
Touchdown,
Can you
baby.
say touchdown on 4th down?
Wow. Wow,
30
wow.
34-yard touchdown pass to number 5, Dixon. Dixon was on the first try for the touchdown, got knocked away, but he had some separation, Steve, going into the end zone. He literally pulled away by about 2 or 3 yards, and the quarterback lays a strike.
That was a fantastic pass. It might even have been a better catch. He was covered, and the quarterback put the ball right where the receiver could get at it and make the play, and that's exactly what they did.
We'll definitely make sure we give the love out to the quarterback, Harvey, on a great throw. That puts 6 points on the board as the Spartans will line up for the extra point. And, Steve, not to look at it, but the quarterback is the kicker.
Well, just like we were talking about, they put points on the board, and they're going to get the ball back at the start of the 3rd quarter. So the Spartans right now in pretty good position.
Well, one thing we just found out.
Quarterback.
He can kick? No. He can throw? Yes.
Definitely can throw. So that's going to keep the score at 6-0 as the Spartans put the first points up of the whole game.
And we said it, it would come down sooner or later to somebody making a play. And right there, the quarterback, Harvey, and number 5, Dixon, were able to connect and make a play to finally take this goose egg scoreboard and literally give us, with 39 seconds before halftime, a 6-0 lead by the Spartans.
Yeah, that's right. And, a gutsy call going deep on 4th and long, and it paid off big time.
4th and 18.
Yeah.
So, gambled event and great job.
Yeah, that's gonna suck the wind out of your sails a little bit if you're the Phantoms. You at least hope you can put up a stop on 4th and 18, and giving up the touchdown there.
Well, it puts the Spartans in a driver's seat position right now, Steve.
Absolutely.
Because you got to look at also what's about to happen. You're going to kick off back to the Phantoms, but you know what? You have a good defensive stop right here. Go into the halftime. The Spartans actually come out and actually receive the ball in the second half.
That's right. Yeah, they're definitely in a great position to
put some more points up on the board before the Phantoms can and start to build this lead.
Good kick. He'll take it at the 15. He'll bring it to this sideline. He's looking for the wall. He is swarmed. And here's the thing. There's a flag. There's a flag. Dirty laundry on the field. Offsides on the kicking team. We'll see what the Orlando decides to do. They may take the field position.
Yeah, they're going to mark off 5 yards, move the sticks, and they're going to start this next drive from the 32-yard line.
Yeah, they'll take the field position instead of the re-kick. That'll bring the ball out to the 32-yard line, but only leaves them with 30 seconds to work with as the offense will come back out on the field.
Yeah, the offense is a little slow to get out there. Defense is standing at the line of scrimmage ready to rock, and the offense hasn't even huddled up yet. Down front.
Wow. Big carry. Big carry by number 31.
Roger Walker gets a big
30.
first down, Phantoms.
9. We'll give that credit to Tez Jackson on the carry.
We have a timeout by the Orlando Phantoms. I don't know. .22 seconds left in the second quarter. Phantoms are looking to do something with it. And a nice pass and catch and getting out of bounds to stop the clock.
Yeah, it'll pick up about 7 yards.
Pass complete to Edgecombe.
That was number 12 with the catch.
He'll get 7, 2nd and 3.
Gets out to stop the clock.
Yeah, that was a nice heads-up play and a nice play call there, getting the ball out to the outside and saving their last time out.
Well, Krupa's doing a pretty good job right now of managing this drive with little time to work with to try and at least get down close enough maybe to pick up 3 points before they go into half. So right now they'll go back to a double spread look in the shotgun. Krupa lines up. He's got his halfback sitting to his right. He'll throw it to the tailback, to the halfback. That's hit as soon as he touches the ball by number 52. And can't hang on the ball. That's KJ O'Neal on that quick hit. It'll stop the clock with about 13 seconds, bringing up 3rd down. Steve, good old Sunshine, Florida has lit us back up with a little bit of that sun in our face here. Here we go, 13 seconds, 3rd down. Krupa back with the pass, feeling pressure. He'll roll to his right. He's got a man in midfield. It's big.
It's big.
He's got room to the outside. Number 22 will roll to the outside. He crosses the 50. He'll cut back to the 40. He has a blocker. He is caught from behind, and it'll expire the clock.
Oh,
wow, what an exciting event right there, bringing the ball all the way back down to the 30. One block away from possibly returning that back for a touchdown. And honestly, Steve, for the Phantoms, it's a good thing there was no time left on the clock.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, if they had a couple more plays, they might be putting more points up even before they got the ball back for the third quarter again. So they dodged a bullet on that, even though it was a turnover, and we're going to go to the half with a score of 6-0, the Kentucky Spartans coming out on top in the first half. Stay tuned. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with the second half here shortly.
Sounds great. Thank you. let's give you a quick update here as we start the second half of this last bowl game here in National Bowl Weekend in North Orlando. And for any new ones joining, we'll give you an update real quick on the score. The Spartans 6, Phantom 0 as we start the third quarter, with the Spartans receiving the opening kickoff of the second half. Just a couple numbers on those first half stats, as our statistician from the press box just gave them to me. We'll read off Orlando with 4 first downs, 22 yards rushing, 14 yards passing, 4 completed passes from 7, 1 interception. But the net total of yards after penalties, after everything, is 36 yards for Orlando. The Kentucky Spartans, 4 first downs, 27 yards rushing, 17 yards passing, 2 sacks for minus 18 yards, 1 for 5 completion, 1 interception, and after all penalties, which they say in the statistician press box, about 9 penalties on the Spartans in the first half.
Jeez.
Multiple personal fouls, gives them a total net yardage of 34 yards. So, you know, from a yardage standpoint, we're 36 and 34 yards net. Shows where this game is at, and it's truly been a defensive first half. So, you know, anything's possible at this second half, and still anybody's ball game, Steve.
Oh yeah, and you know the numbers just don't lie. I mean that really tells a story of the first half. You know, a lot of back and forth, a lot of penalties. Hopefully they can clean it up and put on a show here, and possibly for the Phantoms at least put some points on the board and make this an interesting one. Oh,
Muffed the kick handoff, but he'll still get some positive yardage. Everybody bottles it up, and then the ball still driving
forward.
And he'll bring that out past the 35-yard line. So looks like they'll mark it about 37-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from 37. The Orlando Phantoms fans, we got a really nice crowd here for this last game, Steve. Being that it is the home field for the Phantoms, they've got the cheering going on, rooting for this defense to step it up and make big plays. But now as we start this second half on this first offensive series for the Spartans, we'll see how electrifying they can start and see if they've made any adjustments at halftime. So the Spartans will come to the ball. Defense is set, 4-man front. Offense comes up to the ball. Looks like they'll stay in the spread. Shotgun. Halfback set to the left. Doubles on both sides of the field. Motion back to the right. Harvey with the inside handoff. And a good run. It'll pick up a good 8 yards right there on the first one. And that goes to running back number 25. And we've said his few names up front. That's Eric Washington. So good job on the run, Washington. As you pick up, they'll mark you a little bit shorter than that. They'll give you 7. So it'll bring up 2nd and 3 from the 44-yard line.
Yeah, props to the O-line of the Spartans there, you know, down in the trenches, the big guys clearing the way for the running back, made a little hole for him, and he made the most of it.
I still feel those eyes looking at me. Here we go, motion back to the right again. Throws the slant. He is open.
Complete.
Woo! Nice pass and catch. Brought down right at the 40.
Pass to Brooks, complete.
That was a nice pass and catch there, Coach.
Yes, it was. That's comes from Harvey, and that was caught by Terrence Brooks, 6'1", 195, breaking the slant route, and that'll bring up another first down right at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, and the Spartans come out swinging, moving the ball pretty good in the first couple plays. And
they sniffed that one out pretty good. That little zone read play again to number 25, and he might have lost about We'll give them 6 inches loss on that one, but it'll just be shy of being back to the line of scrimmage, so they're going to just leave the sticks pretty close to it. So we'll actually mark that 2nd down and 11 for the Spartans.
Yeah, slight loss on that one, and luckily he didn't lose more because there was a lot of pressure from the Orlando Phantoms D-line.
Spartans come back to the line of scrimmage. We're still in doubles, shotgun.
Fake the handoff.
Screen pass. Still a good pickup as that bubble screen to the left. Quick hitch screen to number 1. And he'll pick up quite a bit of the yardage. So they're going to mark him 3rd down and about 4.
Yeah, and that was a nice physical run from number 1 there after the reception. He lowered his head, put his shoulder into it, and picked up a few more yards.
Yeah, they'll actually give him a few more than what I could see from here. It's actually going to be 3rd and 2, and the ball will be spotted at about the 32-yard line. And it's been a good opening drive for the Spartans. They're using some clock management as well. We just about have used up 3 minutes now. He's open, wide open. Overthrew the ball.
Man.
A great play on the fake. They threw the fake screen to the left, which made the defense bite on the screen because they've been successful with it. Man breaks to the outside, faked the block like he's going to block, broke deep, wide open, just a missed opportunity. It literally was a wide open pass.
Yeah, you couldn't have drawn it up any better. The defense bit, just like you said, and just a few yards ahead of the receiver, and he was wide open. That was definitely going to go for 6 if they complete that.
Even our old school veteran and founder of National Football Events, quarterback Jim Nugent, might have made that completion. Timeout. They were going to try to get him on a quick snap count for that 1st down, and it just did not work out for them. So they call a timeout. They're going to talk about it. It's still 4th and 2. Great decision still to go for it, and based on where they're at in the field position.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, especially with the way that their defense has been playing, they haven't let the Orlando Phantoms do anything on offense. So you got to trust your defense. You got to trust your squad, and that's exactly what the Spartans are doing here.
Oh my gosh. That was wide open. Here we are. 4th and 2. He's going to go with a split backfield. Hey, the Orlando Phantoms are stacked on the line. They're bringing all the pressure. Something quick. Number 11. He breaks a tackle, runs right through his own guy, and he'll go out of bounds, picking up about 8 yards, and that'll move the chain, Steve.
Yeah, that was a great play, Coach.
1st down. Move the chains. Move the chains. Take the train and keep it moving.
Yeah, I wasn't exactly sure where they were going to go with the ball, but that play worked out perfectly. They stacked the box and they bounced outside, and there was just nobody there. And barring that DB that got bottled up with his receiver, he might have taken that one to the house.
Lindsey, he has been a hard runner in the 1st half and just showed more poise right here with that. Oh, we're going over the top again to number 5. Oh, just on the outstretched hands. That would have been Dixon's 2nd touchdown, Steve. I mean, literally, what a great throw. I mean,
the throw was there. It was just the receiver just a tad behind it. And that seems to be his favorite target. He's targeted him a number of times throughout the game today.
Yeah.
So clearly they have some chemistry there between the quarterback and the receiver.
Yeah, and Harvey put a good ball in place because it was the only person that had a chance to make that play was Dixon.
Yeah, it was definitely a safely thrown ball. So like we've seen a lot of the interceptions come from underthrown balls throughout the weekend. So
let's see if he gives the ball back to Lindsey, number 11, who had a number of carries. They'll actually go the other way, and he'll pick up a few yards to make a more manageable third down. But that goes to number 25, who's also been a workhorse for us, Eric Washington.
yeah, and that was a tough run to pick up only a couple yards, but a couple yards he got, and he definitely earned them, as it was a very physical run and a hard hit at the end of that.
Yeah, so that'll bring up 3rd down and 7, and they'll spot the ball about the 23-yard line.
3rd and 9.
Yeah, the Spartans are knocking on the door of the red zone here, looking to get the ball a little bit closer and possibly put up 3 or maybe even 6, depending on how these next few plays play out.
Yeah, I got an update now from Mr. Jim Nugent. He said he possibly would have made that call, that catch and that pass either way. But really, truly, we want to make a shout out to John Kennedy with the Scranton Eagles, as he would have completed that pass. Now here we go. There it is. Another shot. And does he stay with it? It isn't good.
Oh
it is
God.
good.
What a catch.
Over the shoulder to the corner.
What
Touchdown
a
for the
catch.
Spartans.
That was fantastic. You can't do it any better. I mean, the receiver, what a fantastic catch.
And defensive coverage, they're there. It's just a perfectly thrown ball over the shoulder in the corner. As a quarterback, you teach them a lot of times, throw it in the trash can. Throw it in that corner. That's where it went.
Oh, man, yeah, just like you said, over the shoulder, perfect throw. And
Steve, I think, if I'm not mistaken, looking to the sidelines, it went to number 1, which is Terrence Brooks.
That's correct.
So Harvey with another touchdown pass to Terrence Brooks in the corner. And that first drive paid off, as we said. You know, how would they come back out to start the second half with the Spartans? And we've seen some adjustments. We've seen some things that they did. But, you know, when you look at the clock, that literally was a 5-minute drive. You took out 5 minutes of that third quarter, and you
came away with points?
Literally took it down the field and scored. And that's what they had to do to know to be able to take more control of the game. So we'll see now. They're going for 2. He's rolling to his right. He's looking. He actually will dump it off, and incomplete pass. Man, I thought for sure he had a chance just to run it in himself.
I thought, you know, on that last little pump fake, I thought he was just going to tuck it and dive. And he probably could have picked it up, but he did what he thought was best, and they didn't get the 2-point conversion, but still with a commanding lead of 12 points here. So a nice drive from the Kentucky Spartans. Now the Orlando Phantoms are going to have to come back and answer this, or else this game might get out of hand.
And they have the ability and they have the talent, because we've seen it in the first half for sure. So with 5 minutes and 1 second on that drive, the Spartans will take away 6 points for that, and will now start with a kickoff from the Spartans.
Yeah, the Spartans really got to be happy with everything that drive brought for them. It was a pretty complete drive from A to Z. They were able to run the ball a little bit. They were able to pass the ball clearly. So things are definitely starting to click here for the Kentucky Spartans, and the Orlando Phantoms looking to get something going here on this kickoff.
The Phantoms, they sure have brought out the speaker for some music here on the sidelines that definitely didn't fit in somebody's bag. Short kick. Phantoms will actually pick it up at the 20. He'll make 1 tackle miss. He'll make 2 tackles miss, but he'll bring it back for about a 14-yard return to about the 34-yard line. But we do have a flag down, so we'll see what that is. It's at the line of scrimmage on the kickoff, so I'm going to say offsides again on the Spartans, Steve. So we'll see if they take the 5 yards at the end of the run or if they want the re-kick.
Yeah, looks like a false start.
I'm going to say that false start definitely. What I'm going to say is they're going to take the 5 yards at the end of the run just for the field position.
Yeah, not a bad choice there. The return wasn't too bad, so that's going to get them the ball. Looks like they actually may re-kick.
And we're going to kick off again.
Yeah, so we're going to kick this one off again. So the Phantoms going to get another kickoff here and another chance to get a little bit better field position than they previously had.
They elected to have the re-kick,
Yeah.
Steve, so we'll see if that makes any better for them. That kick's right about the same spot. They'll actually pick it up 2 yards shorter at the 22, and he's going to come outside.
Oh. He got bent up in a weird way there for a second, but definitely paid off on the decision to re-kick.
Yeah.
Good field position for the Phantoms to start this next drive at the 42-yard line.
And that tackle was made by 52, KJ O'Neal. Not exactly sure. It looked like number 24 for the Phantoms on the return, which would have been Jarice Morris. Phantoms will come out ready to go on their first offensive series and drive in this second quarter. With just over 9 minutes in this third quarter. And it looks like it'll be Krupa back at quarterback, and they'll line up in an I formation with a tight end to the right. So it'll be I right tight, Krupa under center. And they're going to see what they can do. Defense stays in that 4-3 defense. A lot of pressure coming.
Oh, man.
Oh, my, oh, my, oh, my.
That was perfectly timed, Coach.
Woo!
Yeah, when you look at this replay, they timed that absolutely perfect.
And the thing is, he literally shot a gap that nobody was in. He literally was on the quarterback before the quarterback can even turn around.
Yeah, that was just a great defensive play there by number 30.
I'm gonna tell you too, Steve. They gave him a pretty generous spot. Only about
4-yard loss.
4-yard loss, and it definitely looked deeper than 4 yards. But hey, good, everything and anything you can get. And the Phantoms right now need an opportunity to go back down and score and keep this game. You know, I think Krupa's still stretching, leaning right, leaning left, bending over. He's feeling it a little bit. So here we are. He's going to spread the field, stay in shotgun. Up. We may have that's from all the way in the back judge. Back judge is pointing at something. He wanted to correct it down. So they blew the play dead for just a second. It is second down, not third down. Somebody from the sidelines from the Phantoms wanted to make sure it was right down a distance. So we got second down and 14, and the ball would be spotted at about the 38-yard line. So Krupa will stay in the shotgun with a doubles formation, halfback to his left. The pressure has been strong for the Spartans, so we'll see what changes up front as the defensive linemen are moving around, trying to. Here comes the pressure. Quick screen. Can they save on the tackle? They do. He'll pick up some short yardage. Quick screen right. Picks up 3 yards. The completion is to. Looks like number 12.
Yep, that's right.
Jaquan Edgecombe on that reception, and he'll pick up about 3 yards. And they'll mark that 3rd and 11 now as they just crossed the 40 at the 42-yard line, and actually 41 where the ball will be spotted. So we got 3rd down and 11. Doubles formation again. Krupa in the shotgun, waiting to snap. He takes the snap. He's looking for a slant. Wide open slant route, but a great coverage and tackle on the defense as 52 and 31, 24, all combined to be there on the reception to take him down for a tackle. So now it'll bring up a 4th down and about 4th down and 5. I honestly, Steve, I'd be a little bit reluctant here to go for it on 4th and 5. being that you're still close in this game, I would probably play the field position, kick it, pin them deep. But Coach Torres, the head coach for the Phantoms, is also a gambling man. He's done it many times over the past 9 years being here at National Bowl Weekend. He's going to keep the offense out and keep an opportunity to move the sticks and look for the first down. So defense is bringing the pressure. Fourth down, Krupa's waiting. Oh, he tried for a hard count.
He got his own guy to
Yes,
jump.
he did. Now, I would say if the Phantoms were smart, they're going to go ahead and put the kicking team out and punt it away, since it'll be right at 4th and 10. They're going to mark it 4th and 9, and that's what's happening. We're changing it up. Punt team comes on. The hard count literally got his own man.
Yeah, that's definitely not what you want to do. You're going to try to go for it on a 4th and medium, 4th and 4, and 4th and 9 is just too far at this stage of the game. You're certainly not out of it by any means. So a good conservative approach after you might have tried to gamble on one a little bit, but again, just the mental breakdowns. Something so simple as a hard count, something you do all the time in practice, comes back to bite you.
Yes, you're right. And here we are, lined up, 4th down, ready for the punt. And the punt is away.
Nice punt.
Yes, it was, right down the middle field. Number 2 with the catch. He's going to look for the wall. He breaks to his sidelines. Got a couple blockers. Good tackle on that play by the Phantoms. And that tackle will be made by, and I'll give you a number. I'm looking. Boy, I think that's 00. And I don't have a 00 on the roster. Good tackle for the Phantoms by 00. That's called double buckshot. Double alt buckshot.
Yeah, so the Spartans are going to start this drive from their own 24-yard line, so not terrible field position, but a little bit deeper than they'd like to start.
We'll see if the Phantoms can step up the defense and get back on that way of 3 and out. We've got a man in motion coming to the right. Number 5, number 11. He'll run that zone read to the left with the motion man coming back to the right. And number 11, once again, has been one of the workhorses, Romeen Lindsay. And Lindsay and Washington have been the ball carriers in the backfield just about the entire game.
Yeah, he's played a great game, and like you said, he's definitely been the workhorse and taken the load of the running responsibilities for the Spartans, and has been doing quite well.
And these Spartans have done a really good job, but the Phantoms a lot of times have making quick recovery to come back up and make tackles. And that one, here we go again. Lindsay on the carry to the left, and the double up buckshot 00. Can't give you any credit name-wise. I don't have you listed. Tell me again. Stephon Walker, and I'm gonna write that on my roster. Great tackle, way to recover and come up and make that play. It'll be 3rd down and long.
Yeah, Stephon kind of broke through on the right-hand side, and either it was a missed blocking responsibility or he just came through untouched, but he's able to come up and wrap the guy up and tackle for a loss. So it's going to be 3rd and 12, excuse me, for the Spartans.
He's looking for a receiver.
Going deep.
Once again. Yeah, there's no flag on that. That's good coverage by number 38. And that is Barber. Derek Barber on the coverage. That'll bring up 4th down. And, hey, the Phantoms did exactly what they needed to, 3 and out, and that's exactly what puts us back in the game. Now we'll look for a good return. Looks like return man will be number 2. Mike Marshall back deep.
Yeah, and he had a good return to start the game. Was that him, Coach?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, so
Yes,
he's definitely a strong returner and can put some yards on the return, given that he's got the blocks and the right holes to do it. So let's see what the Phantoms can do to help him out.
Once again, we're waiting on some of the Spartans to get on the field. As you know, a lot of times special teams, you lose track of numbers. How many you got on the field? Is it 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 sometimes? So We got the numbers on the field waiting for the snap, for the punt. Low snap. He still gets it off. It's a line drive. Number 2 may have a chance, but he's going to let it go out of bounds, and it literally bounces out of bounds at about the 40. They may mark that about 47-yard line. We'll see how far he walks. And he stops at the 48-yard line. So
great field position for the Orlando Phantoms. So no return, but still great field position. So they're going to start the drive at the 48.
They're going to try that quarterback change again.
Oh, we got an injured Spartan. It looks like possibly cramps.
Yeah, it does look like cramps. And you know what? It may have been the kicker.
It may have been. I didn't see it.
Let's see. No, not the kicker.
Number 31.
That injured player cramping up for the Spartans is number 31, Josh Arnold. And he'll hobble off a little bit off the field, but he seems to be a little bit okay. As I was saying, the Orlando Phantoms make their quarterback change again, going back to number 11, Doris.
You know, it's hard to tell if they're doing that by design or if they're doing that due to injury. You know, like you said, there's a few different factors at play with their season starting soon.
Yeah, 2 weeks from the season, so you know they're you know, from a coach's standpoint, it's still an evaluation period. You know,
absolutely.
So they're going to be in doubles formation, shotgun, halfback to his left, waiting for the snap. D-Reed's making some play calls, and he makes them, but he's going to run quarterback draw. And
a nice one.
Ooh, he's got some room, and he definitely has got the speed.
Nice scramble there.
Yes, it was. And he'll pick up 14 yards straight up the middle on that play, and that'll move the chains. First down, Phantoms.
Yeah, the Phantoms definitely not going to lay down and let this one just get away from them. So they're showing a lot of life, and they're looking to move the ball and put some points on the board.
Come back out in that shotgun spread. Linebackers step up a little bit to cover that middle ground. Hey, he's going to run it again.
Same exact play.
Great play. No, literally, I think back-to-back, they're going to mark that one for 13 yards.
And, geez, hey, you know, when nothing else working and you find a little bit of success, keep running the same play until they do something to stop you. So, quarterback number 11 picking up a lot of yards in the first 2 plays of this drive.
27 yards rushing in those 2 plays.
And if you're the Phantoms, you know, you'll take what you can get in whatever fashion it comes.
Well, it definitely seems like they're wanting to use him more as their mobile quarterback with back-to-back runs. He's making some signals to his receivers on the right. We're in doubles formation. And he'll fake zone read. He's going to try to bounce outside. This time the defense steps up and gets their pressure to him. And I believe that's number 18 again for the Spartans. And he's quick. That's Alex Lee. You know, we may have to nickname him Mighty Mouse because he ain't big, but boy, he's quick.
He plays big.
No, he plays big for sure. So Mighty Mouse, number 18, Alex Lee with another tackle.
Boy, and he's lining up right on the D-line. Yeah, and the Spartans have said, yeah, you got a couple of runs on us, but we figured it out now. So the last 2 plays, they've really shut down that quarterback keeper.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They now are spying the quarterback. They know for the last couple plays he's kept the ball. He doesn't even show pass. He's showing direct run, and they're sniffed it out pretty good. And that was a gang tackle by several guys, so I'm not going to say one tackle, man. I'm going to say all tackles. So we'll give that a defensive tackle. Now we're going to bring it to 3rd and 9, and they'll spot the ball at the 26-yard line.
And there's a few T-shirts left as well.
Hey, run that draw play again.
I think that's been 4 straight draw plays, Coach, and there's a flag on it.
He'll be short on the first down, but with the flag right at the end, we'll see what it actually comes out to be.
Oh, I missed the call, but it was on the Phantoms.
I didn't see the call neither, Steve. Was it a holding call? We'll be able to tell with the mark off.
Yeah.
You know,
oh, here he goes. Yep. Holding on the offense.
Holding on offense.
Yeah.
So that's 10-yard penalty. Replay, third down.
Holding penalty pushes it back to the 30s, 3rd and 12.
10-yard holding penalty from the spot foul, so it still keeps it manageable. So it's 3rd and 15. Here he is. He's got a man motion across. That's his back. He's looking. He's wanting to swing route. No, he's going to go deep.
Oh, and that's picked.
Well, the receiver slipped and fell down. He's actually pointing at himself. My bad, my bad, my bad. The pick was made, but it was literally made at the 4-yard line, Steve. So, you know, it's a punt.
Yeah, you know, it's an unfortunate situation because you're looking to put points up, but it wasn't the worst thing that could have happened to him. You know, there was no big return, and you know it was getting towards the end of their drive anyways. So
right, you were out of field goal range at that point. You know, it would have been 4th down and long. So you know, honestly, it's hard to even pin the ball that close to the goal line on a punt. So. You know, that puts the pressure back on the Spartans to move the ball. I mean, you're inside the 5. One big play right now by the Phantoms, and it could be a safety, could be a turnover, it could be a touchdown. We've seen it in the last 4 games.
Yes, we have.
We literally seen a pick on the 4-yard line to run it in. We've seen the ball stopped and fumbled on the 4-yard line. So we'll see what happens on this play. They'll run the inside zone just to try to get a little more breathing room. And I believe that's by number 25 again. And 25, once again, is Washington. And he'll pick up 1 yard just to get a little breathing room. So they'll mark the ball now at the true 5-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, at this point, you know, the Spartans are going to start working the clock as much as they can while still trying to move the ball and pick up some first downs.
Yeah, this actually will be the last play, Steve, of the 3rd quarter. Actually, it looks like the Spartans will say, you know what, let's run the clock out and we'll just go ahead and go to 4.
Hey, and I don't blame them. You know, when you've got the lead and it's not a huge one like they've got, you know, the clock all of a sudden becomes your greatest asset.
So let's pause right now. We'll take a short break as we come back for the start of the 4th quarter.
12-0 Kentucky.
Spartans at the 2nd down and 9 with the ball spotted at the 5-yard line. You see if they can get some breathing room. They stay in the spread. Look, he's in shotgun. He's looking, and he just did not have a chance to really set his feet on that throw. Did not look pretty coming off his hands. It'll fall incomplete. Intended for receiver number 1, which he's had a pretty good success with Brooks as well. But that'll bring up a 3rd down and 9 from the 5. And this is a big down, Steve, for the Phantoms right here, because they're in great field position.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if they hold them here and they punt the ball, there's a good chance that they get the ball at the 50 or better, depending on how the punt goes. So the Orlando Phantoms defense, big stand potentially right here. Yeah, and they run it up the middle, and they're not going to get the first down here. So it looks like
it literally looked like they're just trying to get a little breathing room
yeah.
for a good punt. And punt team comes out for the Spartans.
Yeah, so a good defensive stand there by the Phantoms, you know, throwing the pick, coming back, getting a 3 and out, and giving your offense a chance to get back on the field. And
got number 2 back for the Phantoms, Mike Marshall, who he's been a dangerous returner.
That's right.
He's actually waiting on this punt inside the 50, so he's waiting for a short kick and a big return. So let's see what happens with Marshall here and see if he can get what he's looking for, as the Spartans are still looking to make sure they got 11 players on the field. And with not doubling down on the Gunners, it looks like the Phantoms will bring some pressure. They do.
Ooh, almost got it, too.
Punt. He gets it off. It's a short kick, and it'll literally go out of bounds at about the 41-yard line. He'll mark that a little right at the 40. So,
hey, good field position for the Phantoms.
Yes, it is. Have him announce it. All right, Phantoms will come out of the huddle. Good field position. And this is probably a pretty crucial drive, Steve.
I would say.
You know, starting the 4th quarter here, you got a little over 13 minutes. Number 11 back in at quarterback. He's had a lot of yards running. He's going to throw the screen pass to number 12, who's bottled up. That pass was Edgecombe, Jaqueen Edgecombe, but stopped by number 22, Douglas, Matt Douglas.
Got a little tempers flaring on the field there. We got some jaw jacking going on at the huddle and on the near sideline. So we'll see how that kind of plays out as the game nears a conclusion. And they fake the quarterback keeper, and the running back bounces outside and has a big gain on that. And a fantastic run by number 33. Wow. I thought he was bottled up for sure, and he made a lot out of nothing.
I've looked at it a couple times. Is that what it's listed, Steve? Is it 33 on his jersey? Is that what it is?
It is.
Okay. So that we'll give credit. That credit goes to Roger Walker at running back. And he's pounded some big, hard ones today already. So big run with Walker to the outside. That'll bring the ball literally right down on the 20. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line.
And, you know, we've been here a few times today with the Phantoms. You know, you get down in the red zone and they just haven't been able to put up any points. And a draw play, and 33's got a huge hold. He might be able to put 6.
That penalty will just be waved off because it's kind of a horse collar. He didn't get him before he scored. And we just said you had to have something big, and number 33 has made it big with the score.
Yeah, and I mean, really, like you mentioned, this is the time. If you're going to put points up, you got to do it now. You only got about 12 minutes left in the game. So a big drive and a big score there for the Phantoms.
Coming against the defense, Walker with a touchdown. Touchdown Phantoms.
The Phantoms with the touchdown will actually line up for 1, which this extra point is pretty crucial as well because you're at 12-6. Walker down here in the sidelines talking to his fans, telling them, I want to eat. I want to eat. Let me eat. Good looking running back. Got that beast mode Marshawn Lynch body style.
Oh, yeah, he's a little tank.
Here comes the extra point. Oh, yes.
Oh, blocked. And is that live?
Still a touchback.
Yep, touchback. So, like you said, it's a big kick. They didn't get it, so the score is going to remain 6-12.
Yeah, that was crucial, that extra point, because that could have made it really difficult with the next score. So with 12-6, 12:08 in the fourth quarter, in our final game here in the 16th year of National Football Events National Bowl Weekend for the Spring Fall National Championship, the Orlando Phantoms right now find themselves still down 12-6 with just 12 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Boy, and because of that face mask at the end of that run, that touchdown run, the Phantoms are going to kick the ball from their own 45, it appears. So good chance to pin the Spartans either deep in their own end or force a touchback. Oh, they're kicking from the 50.
Yeah, it was a 15-yard penalty, so, you know, it would have been 35, so it puts it at the 50. You know, if he's smart, he'll just go ahead and kick it in the end zone, pin him deep, no return, and put the defense on the field. So, here goes the kick. He kicks it deep. It'll be close. It's down inside, in the end zone.
And
He's
he
going to bring it
out.
out.
And there you go. Stopped even short of the 20. That was a poor decision there by the returner of the Spartans.
That brings the ball back out to the 12. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 12. The momentum right now is definitely in the Phantoms' favor.
100%.
And this game is long for being over. Hey, great game to end this weekend.
Yeah, you know, with a lot of blowouts and a lot of big scoring games, you know, this one hasn't been a big scoring game, but it's definitely been the most competitive for sure. So it's great to see a good competitive game to wrap this up.
He's looking for a pass. Number 5.
Oh.
His number 1 target just dropped the ball on a slant route that he was wide open.
Yeah, he was wide open. I'm not sure if he even had somebody on him for coverage.
No, I don't think he did. I literally think if you watch replay, he actually might have broke that and still been running down the field. So
yeah, that was a big drop there by number 5.
Spartans come back out and doubles again. They've got the defense playing up pretty tight, so there's no safety in the middle of the field. And he tries to go to number 5 again. There's a little bit of contact, but they're going to let it go and play. So it brings up that quick third down. Steve, I'm a little disappointed at the moment with the Spartans quick playing. I mean, clock management, you know, I mean, understand they're breaking the huddle quick. They're getting back to the line of scrimmage quick. You know, so you got a 12-6 lead, just a little more manageable time with the time and the play calls. And but, you know, maybe the coach sees something. He says, hey, let's take this shot and take it now. So
right.
you can expect the pressure here on 3rd and 10 when the ball's placed where it's at. So you got the crowd, the sidelines getting involved with the defense. The pressure's coming. He's over the
Going
top.
deep. Oh, and it's picked off.
Picked off right now. He's got a chance. He's got a chance. Number 5 will run him back down. Hey, right back to the line of scrimmage. Hey, we got a late flag. 2 late flags. Flying in.
Reception. Flags on the play.
Number 77's on his
And
knees.
5 is hurt. He's being helped off by his teammates.
Not good for the Spartans with one of their primary guys. But number 77 literally got blindsided on the return and just stayed on his knees with his hands in the air saying, hey, Mr. Official. And once again, we got 2 flags thrown on it. They're making the call now. So it still is an interception. It still turns the ball over to the Phantoms. And like we said, the momentum has switched. Phantoms definitely are in the driver's seat right now.
Yeah, and the coach of the Phantoms is out there talking to the refs, and looks like they're having a discussion about what's going to be happening from all those penalties.
On top of that, just a quick update. Your Kansas City Chiefs have literally took control of this game with a score of 35-17 in favor of Kansas City. We're in the 4th quarter with just under 6 minutes left to go. Wow, 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 wow. That ball was going to be inside the 10. That is actually 2 penalties, which actually is 30 yards. They're going to bring the ball back to the 35-yard line, Steve.
Wow, that's a big, big, big penalty on the Phantoms.
But at the same time, the interception still gives the momentum back to the Phantoms, where they'll take over 1st and 10 from the 35. Number 11 at quarterback. Running back.
We got timeout from the Spartans.
And we've changed running backs. Looks like number 11 at quarterback, DeReese, and it looks like they've stuck Davis in there in the backfield as the halfback.
We got the
Clock's still running. They're
clock
trying to
running.
manage the clock. He's telling them what to put it at.
should be at 11:40.
Text him. Sean. Clock. Oh, he got it. They got it.
Yep.
Had to readjust the clock as it was still running. 11. He's saying 11:30. 11:30 is what the official wants.
Well, the official's going to get what he wants. 11:30 on the clock.
First and 10 for the Phantoms at the 35. 11:30 left in the 4th. Still 12-6 Spartans. Quick screen. Quick screen pass to the left. He'll pick up about 4 yards. It'll bring up 2nd down and 6. Don't count your Tennessee Titans out yet. With about 5 minutes, the Titans just now scored again. That looks like it'll make it 35-24 for Kansas City. Number 11 trying to run the ball and pick up some yardage as he's had some success, but Spartans weren't going to be fooled that time, and they sniffed it right out with no gain, right back to the line of scrimmage. So we're going to bring up a long 3rd down. It'll be 3rd and 7.
For some reason, the clock stopped, but they got it back going again. Third down here for the Phantoms.
Oh, we may actually get defensive holding. That flag came from the back, and it looked like there was a guy running by, and the Spartan thought, man, I'm going to get burnt, and reached out and grabbed him. That's what I'm seeing, but we'll see if that's what it actually is. That'll be big. Oh, actually, ineligible man downfield. That penalty declined, bringing up fourth down.
I think there was offsetting penalties.
It was. They actually called what I said. They had both penalties.
Yep.
They had an illegal man downfield and a defensive holding, which they offset and replaced the third down. So we're still 3rd down and 7. The ball spotted at the 33-yard line. They'll stay in shotgun, doubles formation, offset left. And that falls off the hands intended for the receiver, thrown a little bit behind him, and that falls off the hands of Roderick, number 84. And that will now bring up 4th down and 7 for the Phantoms.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're going to want to do here. They're in an interesting position. You know, you're almost close enough where you might want to go for it, but you're just close enough where you might not want to go for it.
Yeah, good point, Steve. Literally, you're in what we call that no man's land. You don't know whether you should just try to pooch kick it out of bounds to keep it ball down inside the 10 or give it a shot. And, you know, with this close a game, still 10 minutes.
Yeah, they're going for it.
It's a pretty gutsy call. So, I mean, they're going to gamble. Coach Torres says, hey, I'm confident in my team. I feel strong about it. Here we go. 4th down. He's looking. He's getting pressure now. Oh, they got him running. They got him running for his life. Here comes a man. He throws it. He's got a man open. He catches it. Number 3 with the big catch down inside at the 15-yard line. What a catch and play by the quarterback.
That was fantastic, and right when you thought he was going to get sacked, he scrambles and makes something happen, but a great play there from the Orlando Phantoms.
Number 3, Clarence Williams, makes a huge play, and the gamble pays off for Coach Torres as they actually move the chains down inside the 20. The ball will be spotted at the 15-yard line. What a huge play, Steve. You said it. He scrambled all the way back across the field, and with his speed, he could get to the edge because he didn't have any pressure out there, but be able to keep his eyes downfield and find the open target was amazing.
Great throw on the run, too. I mean, it's hard to throw on the run and scrambling like that, so definitely a great play from number 11.
Hey, he's got his big back in the backfield again, number 33 back there. I expect the handoff is going to go to 33. Doubles formation gun. Yeah, here we go. Gives it to him. They snuff it out quick. That'll give him maybe a yard. Clock's running. We're down at 9 minutes. Clock running. Scored 12-6. Phantom will bring up 2nd down and 10. They'll mark him back right at this line of scrimmage. So 2nd down and 10. We got some substitutions coming on. Maybe a lineman coming off with a dislocated shoulder, number 73. We'll hope he'll be all right. Somebody replacing him. He's favoring that shoulder, but he seems to be okay. Phantoms break the huddle. They'll stay in the shotgun. Spartans are coming up to the box. They're going to bring pressure to the quarterback. Slides his back across in front of him for max protection. He's looking for protection. Wow, he throws a dart with the hit, with the backflip. Number 3, Clarence Williams with the touchdown. And right now we break the score tied, 12-12. What a passing catch.
Yeah, it was, and great play. And number 11 has really been a game changer since he's come into the game. Everything's kind of changed, and you can feel the momentum, like you said, shift towards the Orlando Phantoms.
Wow, 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 wow. What a second half this is starting to be. Here with 8 minutes and 5 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. We're 12-12. What a crucial extra point we're sitting at. Number 35, our holder. Hey, we got motion. Flag before the kick.
Yeah, it's going to move it up 5 yards. It's going to give him a much easier kick.
Steve, what is the kicker's number?
It is
something with a 6. 26, 36.
I just need him to turn a little bit. 26, I believe. Yep, 26.
That's Tyler Johnstano at kicking. The ball's over his head. Oh, my, oh, my. He's going to look to throw it. He throws it.
Oh, my God.
Hey, even if he caught it and scored, he's an ineligible receiver. Cannot make that play. So the flag on the field is going to be big number 99 with the drop. And that's what the official says. Incomplete pass. Stevie, what a game now. This is what we wanted.
Yeah, this is really shaping up to be a good one.
We've been looking for this all weekend.
Well, you know, sometimes the best is
last. Best is saved for last. There you go.
So, you know, we're definitely getting the best game of the weekend here in the last game. And this isn't over yet. I mean, we've already seen the Spartans with the ability to move the ball up and down the field as they can, and they're going to get the ball back, and they're not looking to stay tied very long.
No, you're 100% right. 100%. The momentum has definitely shifted in the Phantoms' favor, and you know, it just proves that every part of the game is important. Every part of the game.
Absolutely.
You know, you're looking at extra point. You jump off sides. He kicks it anyways, puts it directly through the uprights. Perfect snap, perfect hold. Move it up 5 yards. Snap and hold. Snaps over his head.
That's football, Coach. I mean, anything can happen on any given play, and right now we're tied up.
What a game, what a game. Here we are. If you haven't tuned in and you're not a part of this live stream, you're in the wrong place.
Yeah, you know, the Chiefs are starting to get a pretty good lead on the Titans. Might as well just stay tuned in right here.
There you go. Flip that channel. Here comes the kick. It's a good kick. He'll take it at about the 7-yard line. Oh, he got a hole. He's got a seam. Oh, he stutter steps. And he'll bring that back across the 35. Woo! Some big hits.
Boy, the energy is high right now, both sides of the ball.
A lot of smackdown going on right now.
Yes, sir.
And they'll bring that out. They'll actually mark it right at the 35. So it's a good return. Started at the 7, right at 30 yards. So he'll give about a 28-yard return on that. So the Spartans will take over 1st and 10 from the 35 with just under 8 minutes, 7 minutes, 56 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. We've been looking for the excitement all weekend, and then we definitely, as we said, we'll save the best for last, and here comes the excitement. Shotgun, split back look, takes the snap. He's going to run it with the ISO on the outside. Number 11, once again, has been a workhorse, and that goes to Lindsey, and he'll pick up right at 5 yards, putting them in a good position for 2nd down and 5.
Yeah, you know the Spartans, after not being able to put up any points so far in the second half, they're looking to do something. clock's running. So now both teams all of a sudden looking at the clock saying, hey, we want to put something on the board before the time expires.
Yeah, this could come down to the last possession with who has the ball. So here we go. Number 25 with the handoff. And he actually going to lose the 5 yards that Lindsey gained. He'll lose. So, I mean, the pressure from the Phantoms literally got there. Actually, they'll give him a better spot than what I anticipated. And he'll only lose about 2. So they'll mark him 3rd down and a long 7 for the Spartans.
Oh, bounce outside.
Hey, you got to give credit to number 24 on the defense for the Phantoms. And that goes to Morris. Jarice Morris coming up to make a great, great tackle to force the Spartans into a punt situation. You know, Steve, I'm kind of surprised. You know, they've had some success with some of the short passing game, the slant routes and some of the things that have been open, knowing they were going to get the pressure. That slants, me personally as offense coordinator for 30 years, those were some of the things I was looking at, reading the coverages from here, looking to see what kind of routes would have opened up. Even the speed outs were there just to get me something to the outside. But once again, the Phantoms do their job, 3 and out, holding them to a punt. Crucial punt and return coming up right now. Good punt, and that ball's going to take a good bounce. And that ball will come dead right at the 25-yard line. We got flags. I hear a lot of whistles. They're flagged. Yep. Yep. They're going to add it to the end of the run, or they'll add it to or a re-kick. Let's see what he calls. No, they'll add it to the end of the run. So that'll put the ball to the 30.
Yeah, not a bad call. I mean, it wasn't, you know, the field position was already pretty decent. So good move there by the Phantoms. And they've got the ball. 5:27 left.
The ball will be at the 30. Let's see, make sure he spots it where it needs to be. And there it is. Ball spotted at the 30. Phantoms take over. Offensively, the momentum's back in the Phantoms' favorite right now, so we'll see what kind of drive they put up. Spartans need a 3 and out. And we're getting down to what we've talked about every game, Steve. Clock management. Clock management. It can be your friend or your enemy.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Defense breaks the huddle. Offense breaks the huddle. Defense lines up in a 4-man front. Offense in the spread look, shotgun, 1 back set. Good tackle by number 52. Right at the line of scrimmage on the inside zone. That tackle goes to KJ O'Neal, number 52. No gain, brings up 2nd and 10. He drops back. He's looking for a man.
Finds one.
Hey.
Yeah, everybody saw that
Yeah,
face mask.
yeah, right.
Almost ripped his head off.
One thing about it is he'll definitely get a first down after that.
Oh, yeah.
The Roderick flag in the play.
Just looking to make a play. He reaches out. He's got to stop him. You know, sometimes it happens, Steve. You know, you don't intend it to happen. Your hand gets in there, and that's going to add 15 yards to the end of that run. That brings the ball across the 50, or it'll set the ball at the 47-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 47 for the Phantoms.
Big news from the concession stand. All hamburgers and hot dogs are just $1. Just $1 at the concession stand. Load up.
Man in motion out of the backfield.
Oh, that wasn't a...
Oh, yeah, they sniffed that out big time.
We've got a pretty serious injury, it looks like.
It's pretty bad because the coaches, everybody's yelling, needing help quickly. Somebody's helmet came off.
This is some scary stuff.
Yeah, must be a pretty serious hit. The way everybody, especially the coaches for the Kentucky Spartans, and at this time, we'll take a brief moment of silence, just a word of prayer to make sure that he's not seriously hurt. A lot of the players are taking a knee at this moment, and
yeah, we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back when we get an update.
as we come back from this injury timeout, number 11, the quarterback's being carried off by multiple players, including Spartan players, and that's great sportsmanship that we're seeing. And right now we're thinking maybe it's his leg, that he might have broke his leg. We're not 100% sure, but it seems that it's a pretty serious situation as they bring him over to the bench and sit him down on the bench.
Yeah, get up, guys.
Our word of prayers with him. They'll get things together and make sure what's going on. Our administrator, Brian Schaefer, is out there at this time to check on him and see what they can do to help him out. We know that we've reached out for medical services to be provided here at the field, and it won't take them long to get here. We've had them here once earlier today. and confirmation is a broken leg. So our thoughts and prayers go out to number 11. He's had an extremely great game.
He has been the most effective player for the Phantoms on offense.
That's correct.
For sure.
That's correct.
Running the ball and throwing the ball. I mean, he really has been a multifaceted threat.
100%.
And once he started coming in at quarterback, the game changed for the
Yes, it did.
Phantoms. So it's going to be interesting to see how they finish out.
And they're going to put the ball back in play, and here we go. You know, everybody wants to be concerned, but at the same time, you still got a game to continue and a game to finish, and it's second down and long after that play. Number 1, Krupa, will come back in at quarterback, and we'll see what he can do to redeem this team right now. As he makes the completion and missed tackles.
Nice move.
Wow, big play, great pass from Krupa to number 84, and number 84 is
Krupa's pass complete to Reddick. It's first down Phantom.
Roderick.
Yeah, he had a nice little move there after he caught the ball and picked up another 7 or 8 yards.
That's that yak. We talked about it, yards after the catch, and he definitely had a couple moves that gain about, like you said, a good 7-8 yards after the catch. So that moves the chains, and hey, the clock's ticking. So
the clock's ticking.
Spartans have to be very attentive to the way the clock management runs and your timeouts right now to manage this time. A stop here or stop for a loss, and you may want to call the first timeout here to be able to, because you got the 2-minute warning coming up too. So,
well, the big thing for the Phantoms is they actually have a kicking game. They have a kicker that's able to make some kicks.
As long as you have a snap and hold.
As long as you have a snap and hold. So they're not dead in the water
Inside
here.
zone, they'll get there and make a tackle. Oh, missed tackle. He'll pick up another couple yards. So that's definitely going to be a much more manageable down and distance at this time.
Yeah, and they're probably going to be content letting this go right to the 2-minute warning unless the Spartans call a timeout.
Yeah, that's going to actually bring it to the 2-minute warning. So here we are, 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that'll be the 2-minute warning right now.
And your 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go.
Ambulance is on its way.
And the ambulance is on the way. Anybody who may be a friend or family member of number 11, he is awaiting ambulance service on the bench. Yeah, he's definitely alert. Looks like he's on the phone, letting some people know about the injury, and hopefully he makes a full and speedy recovery.
Exactly. And it's tough, especially with them only 2 weeks away from starting their season. So,
well, any given game and any given play that can happen to any given person, any given player on the field. So.
Yep.
It's just part of the game.
And it is part of the game. You know, and as we said, they're all out here for the love and passion of the game. So
that's the most unfortunate part.
We definitely. And I'll tell you, I'm watching here on the sidelines. You know, the snap and the holder and the kicker are working together a lot right now because this could come down to a crucial field goal. So
the kick might win it if it comes to a field goal, and they've already they messed up the last extra point with the snap. So.
Second down and 5. Krupa with the snap. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to run to the outside. They're going to get stopped. He'll actually lose a yard. And Spartans, I don't know if they're going to take a timeout or not. That's third down.
Boy, at some point you got to conserve some clock and give yourself a shot. But
I'm kind of surprised. I mean,
I am as well, especially after that stop.
Yeah, I would have actually made that timeout immediately on that play. So,
especially with third down. Yeah, that's very curious. I mean, the Spartans do only have one timeout left, so that might be factoring into that decision.
Okay, I didn't know how many they had, so understandable now. I didn't know if they had one. I actually thought they might have had 2 or 3. So
yeah, they used 2 earlier in the half. So
gotcha.
And it looks like the Phantoms are going to take a timeout here.
They ran it right down to the last second, waited for the white hat to let them know, and they took the timeout. Whether he's getting into a manageable position for the first down or a field goal is it's a close game. You know, we're a minute 14 seconds from either concluding or overtime, and we'll see how this turns out right now.
Well, Coach, you've probably been in this position. You could either go for it and try to pick up the first, or play it safe and do a draw play and position yourself. What do you call?
I'm still going to try for the sidelines. I'm going to run an out route to try to get to the sticks for the first down, or an incomplete pass and give me a chance to get my field goal unit on the field set up to at least come away with the winning field goal. So
a high percentage play.
Correct. I'll run a speed out, or I'll run something to the sidelines that I'm going to gain some yardage. But, I got to trust in my kicker, but it really is that team effort, because we've seen the kicker's got the leg, but we've had sparks of missed snaps, missed holds. So
well, and this is no chip shot either from where the ball lies right here.
No, as the ball lies right now, we're looking at a 42-yard field goal.
That's no chip shot.
Krupa orchestrating the offense right now, looking for an opportunity. He's going to take it. He's going to run it himself. Missed tackle, 2 missed tackles, 3 missed tackles. Krupa's going to take it in the end zone. Touchdown by number 1 Krupa for the Phantoms.
Man.
What a play.
That is the biggest play of the game for number 1 Krupa.
Let's check the field. Any penalties?
It looks clean to me.
It looks clean across the board. No one can feel better right now, Steve, on the field than number 11. Quarterback 11, sacrificing his body, broken leg. Krupa comes back in to finish the game. We're at 3rd and 5 with 1:14. He runs a draw. He makes 2 tackles miss, stiff arms the last guy to score.
That was a fantastic run, and it wasn't either of the things that we had thought they were going to dial up. So good call by the coaching staff of the Orlando Phantoms.
Slow down. You got an extra point coming. This is a crucial extra point.
That's right.
Crucial extra point. We got whistles being blown. Timeout Orlando. They're going to talk about this extra point being as crucial as it is. And at this time, the EMTs have showed up for number 11, who has had an outstanding game. Put him in this position. DeReese, the quarterback who got his leg broke just minutes ago. And Krupa comes in the game to make a couple big plays.
And he was banged up earlier in the game.
Oh, I mean, he gave the ball to number 84. He shifted, made some misses, moved the ball down the field a little bit, and then we turn it over to Krupa. He takes a 3rd and 5. We're talking about how are you going to make a management on this? And you called it, Steve. Let's give credit where credit is due. We run a draw, give ourselves a field position for the field goal, and what happens? He runs a draw but makes 2 guys miss, stiff arms the last guy to literally take it in the end zone. So, hands off to the Phantoms. They are definitely fighting a way to not do back-to-back losses here in National Bowl weekend. And, this is their 9th consecutive period. And it's up. It's good. And it is no good. It is wide right. Just outside the uprights. Had a distance to hit from probably 50, but pushed it off to the right. So, hey, 6-point game, minute 05.
Yeah, and if you're the Spartans, you reserve that last timeout, and that's going to be clutch for you here. And if you do get a touchdown, you have the chance to walk off the field with a victory if you end up making that extra point. But a lot of things got to happen first for them. They got to get down the field. They got to get 6, and they've got to do it in less than a minute.
So basically, what you brought all that to say is they got to get it done.
They got to get it done, and they got to get it done now.
You got to get it done now, and none other reason probably than to help Steve Weed and Media break it all down to get back to the airport for a flight to Colorado Springs. We want to thank Steve Weed for being here and being a part of National Bowl weekend. We want to thank all the live streamers that have watched, given us support, comments.
Yeah, and, big shout out to the NFE staff. The staff worked really hard this weekend putting the whole event together. All the things that happen behind the scenes that people don't see. It's really nice to see that the NFE is alive and well.
Yeah, the collaboration of organizations and being around myself, around Jim Nugent for about 12, 13 years, and doing this for about the last 10 years has really helped build the relationship that we have. And that's a deep kick all the way back to the 10-yard line. He's looking for an opportunity. He's making some lanes. He's making some moves.
Oh, he's got some room. Hard tackle at the end there.
Yeah,
and we got some flags.
Yeah, that's an expected flag because literally he was already down on the ground. So they're definitely going to get a little bit more yardage out of that, more manageable yardage out of that. And with 55 seconds left on the clock, that's a 10-second play.
Oh, we got some jaw jacking going on.
Best thing for the Spartans to do is walk away. Don't give up the 15 yards you just got.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, if you're the Phantoms, you're talking trash trying to get a rise out of these guys, back them up. And if you're the Spartans, you got to show some discipline and walk away.
We really want to thank the quickness and attention to our staff and the EMTs for being quick to be here and get out here to support number 11 as they get ready to load him up and take him out. We definitely want to take a moment to appreciate what he's done for this event and for this game. I'm kind of confused why we're backing the Spartans up.
Personal foul against the Spartans.
Wow.
Boy, it must have been something that was out of frame for me because, I didn't see much as far as a personal foul penalty goes.
No, I didn't either.
Apparently, the Zebras did. So they're going to back them up. And, if I guess you want to finish in an epic fashion, this is going to be the way to go.
And back them up inside the 20. Oh, did I say that out loud? Hey, good news. It's internet live stream, so I can't be bleeded.
Yeah, so they're going to have to trump almost the full distance of the football field here after really starting with good field position.
It only takes one big play.
That's right.
55 seconds. Number 5 has been an outstanding receiver, which I know he'll probably be looking for something. But who's going to be the player? Here we go. We're in double shotgun. Motion with 5.
Going deep. And it's picked off. Just go down. Oh, he might run this to the house. Oh, he stumbled.
He pulled a hamstring. He pulled a hamstring.
Oh, my God.
He pulled a hamstring.
Oh, no. Wow. Oh, man. Well, that's not what you want to see either, but he made the play for the team as he needed to.
And you got unsportsmanlike on the Phantoms for taunting after the play. Just be respectful at this point. And we got people acting a little stupid, a little crazy. And you know what? We want to bring this to a close, and we're just going to let you know, great job on both sides. One of the best games we've seen all weekend.
This definitely was the best game we've seen all week.
38 seconds left. Interception by the Phantoms will bring the Phantoms to a close. They should literally be able to take a knee, run this clock out, because the Spartans have one timeout. So, even if they call the first timeout, they'll still have a chance just to take a knee and run the clock out. So
yeah, that's right.
Let's make sure that they're respectful and do that. Coach Torres, Michael Torres of the Orlando Phantoms, returns back to the successful way that he's had for multiple years here at National Bowl weekend, and will come away with the victory here tonight.
Yep, they're lining up in victory formation here, Coach.
Let's give all our shout-outs real quick, Steve, to all the sponsors and supporters, National Football Events for putting on National Bowl Weekend, RWB Sports, AFE TeamUSA.com, Steve Weed Media, USFA, and just thank you, everyone. We'll give you a few updates. The next event for National Football Events is the Casino Bowl, the National All-Star Game that will be held in Las Vegas, the 24th year that Jim Nugent has done this event. If you're interested in that, go to nationalfootballevents.com and register and be a part of that. If you're interested in traveling with AFE Team USA internationally and nationally, AFETeamUSA.com. And follow Steve Weed Media for more production, and make sure you give the shout-outs. Thank you for being a part of it. The live stream was great. The clock's ticking down. They'll take one more knee, and then we'll line up for our jersey presentation, our MVP presentation, and me as a commentator, Steve, my first MVP award goes to the man right here in front of us on the stretcher, number 11.
Yeah,
great game.
That's an easy one. I mean, like we said, his presence was felt almost immediately as soon as he took the field. He was an unstoppable force for most of the game once he came into the game, running the ball, throwing the ball, took some big hits, and like I said before, hopefully he can make a speedy and full recovery with that broken leg. And that's it. That's the game.
We'll direct your attention to the center of the field for the presentation of the trophies and the naming of the most valuable players for each team.
Yeah, great game.
That was a great game.
By far the best game, competitive-wise, that we have seen all weekend. And you got to give credit right now to Phantoms. 18 unanswered points in the second half, and
you know, when it started out, you know, the Spartans came out so strong, and the Phantoms finished stronger. So props to both teams coming out here playing a hard game. Kentucky Spartans coming all the way from Kentucky to play this game, and the Phantoms literally their home field. So that's a difficult thing to do in and of itself. So I'd like to give credit to both of these teams out here today.
100%. Give credit to all these players who sacrificed their family, their time, their expenses to be down here in Florida, as many of them had to travel, and a lot of teams traveling very far.
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So, you know, they put in the time and effort to come down here on Martin Luther King weekend to be a part of this event, and we want to give our hand and say congrats to everybody that was here, because you did something to work hard to get here. No matter what the outcome of the score is, you were still a part of National Bowl Weekend, and congrats to all the teams, all the players, and we wish a speedy recovery and prayers to the players, a few of them that did get injured this weekend. Nothing that was life-threatening or very serious, but we definitely want to make sure we look after them as well. Jim Nugent, once again, another great year. That's 16 in the books. And thank you, everyone, again. Live stream was incredible. We had great views. The numbers were outstanding. Hey, and if you enjoyed and liked this live stream, please be sure to share your comments and post within our social media platforms to let us know and give us your feedback. That it only makes things better. You know, it gives us an encouragement to know that we're doing things right. We're looking to grow. You know, we're a nonprofit organization. We do this a lot for the love and the passion that we have, and being small business owners and you know, veteran-based organization, that we can find ways to give back and make it better each time. So just a few things that we want to make sure everyone understands this as we leave, that we have some T-shirts and programs that were still left. So if you want to get in touch and still want an opportunity for one of them, you can reach out to nationalfootballevents.com.
For the presentation of tonight's game MVPs and the presentation of the trophies for the 2020 Florida Bowl.
As they just announced, we'll now get everybody together for the presentation of the MVPs for the 2020 Florida Bowl. as we continue to mention, are we still pretty good with our numbers right now, Steve? We still got some followers and people watching.
Yeah,
so
we do.
we want to spread the word out.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we'd like to introduce the most valuable players for the Kentucky Spartans.
Kentucky Spartans' most valuable players. No, not yet. They're praying. So we'll let them finish a word of prayer, especially looking after the players. But as I was going to say, the RWB Sports events, if you are interested to know a little more information, go to rwbsportsevents.com, and we will be hosting this same event of National Bowl Weekend, the first ever National Bowl Weekend for women's American tackle football. Not many people know and realize there are over 150 teams across the United States for women's American tackle football, and we look forward to the opportunity to provide this same venue, this same opportunity for the women's, and that will take place. Looking at right now, attentively, the date will be Labor Day weekend in September for that. So,
first, number 4, Evan Harvey.
Number 4, Harvey, the quarterback, is the first MVP chosen for the Kentucky Spartans, and we want to congratulate him on a great game. He really, truly kept his team where it needed to be and made some touchdown passes that were one may have been a difference, literally, a play here, a play there, you know, but congratulations, Harvey, for that great job.
And the next one, Michael Sewell, number 9.
Number 9 defensively, and
Yep.
he was one of my picks. I definitely listed him. The pressure that he continued to bring was amazing. He's a true athlete on that defensive line. And as Jim Nugent gives him his MVP certificate, it also gives these MVPs, not just in this game, every game, a personal invitation and for the Casino Bowl All-Star Game.
First, David Roberts, number 9.
David Roberts, number 9 for the Phantoms, would be the first Phantom player called for an MVP. And as I was saying, these guys will all be invited to be a part of the Casino Bowl in Las Vegas, April the 4th. All of these games this weekend will be archived and can go back and watch through Steve Weed Media.
And our next and final Hall of Fame, or excuse me, MVP from the Orlando Phantoms, Daniel Krupa.
And the quarterback who actually ran the last touchdown in, Krupa, made an exceptional play.
Yeah, he did. Yes, he did. He stepped up when his team really needed him
He
to do so.
He played hard in the first half.
He did.
You know,
He absolutely
and he took some major hits.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't sure if he was going to return once number 11 came in.
Present the runner-up trophy of the 2020 Florida Bowl to the Kentucky Spartans.
And the runner-up trophy for the Florida Bowl, and nothing to be ashamed of. Great program, great organization, played a heck of a game. Goes to the Kentucky Spartans, and may they have safe travels on their way home. Now, for your 2020 National Football Events National Bowl Weekend champions goes to the Orlando Phantoms and Coach Torres. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Steve Weed, I'll let you final us out.
Yeah, thank you so much, everybody, for watching. We really appreciate all the support. And stay tuned. Check the website, steveweedmedia.com, for some of our upcoming live streams. And we will catch you on the next one. Thank you so much, and have a great evening.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to all our participants.